Sleep paralysis is a fascinating and mysterious phenomenon. It sits at the intersection of science and the supernatural. Many people have experienced the unsettling feeling of being awake but unable to move. Often, this is accompanied by vivid hallucinations. These experiences can be terrifying. Historically, sleep paralysis has been linked to myths and legends. People have spoken of nighttime demons, ghosts, and other supernatural entities. But what is sleep paralysis really? Science offers explanations involving brain activity and sleep cycles. Yet, the mystery remains. This essay will explore sleep paralysis from multiple angles. We will look at historical accounts, scientific research, and cultural interpretations. By the end, you may find that the line between science and the supernatural is not as clear-cut as it seems. Ancient cultures often viewed sleep paralysis as supernatural. In medieval Europe, it was known as Old Hag Syndrome. People believed a witch or demon sat on their chest, causing paralysis. This interpretation was common due to a lack of scientific understanding. In Japan, sleep paralysis is called kanashibari, which translates to bound in metal. Ancient Japanese folklore attributes this to vengeful spirits. These spirits, known as yokai, would pin their victims down while they slept. This belief persists in some rural areas even today. The Egyptians had their own take on sleep paralysis. They believed it was caused by a jinn, a type of spirit. These jinn were thought to be malevolent and would attack during sleep. Ancient texts describe elaborate rituals to ward off these spirits. These historical interpretations show a common theme. Sleep paralysis was often seen as a supernatural attack. Without scientific methods, ancient people turned to myths to explain their experiences. Different cultures have unique stories about sleep paralysis. In Scandinavian folklore, it is said to be the work of a mare, a type of evil spirit that rides on people's chests while they sleep. The victim wakes up but can't move, feeling an immense pressure. In the Caribbean, some believe in a creature called the baktak. This is a ghostly figure that causes sleep paralysis. People say they see a shadowy figure entering their room. The baktak then sits on their chest, making it hard to breathe. In Nigeria, sleep paralysis is often attributed to witchcraft. It is believed that witches send their spirits to attack people in their sleep. Victims wake up paralyzed and sometimes see the witch in their room. This belief is strong, and some communities still practice rituals to protect against it. In South America, the pisadera is a common legend. This is an old woman who appears at night. She jumps on people's chests, causing them to wake up paralyzed. These tales highlight how universal the experience of sleep paralysis is, yet each culture adds its own twist. Modern science offers a different explanation for sleep paralysis. It occurs when the brain wakes up before the body. During REM, rapid eye movement sleep, the body is naturally paralyzed to prevent acting out dreams. If you wake up during this stage, you might experience sleep paralysis. Neurologists have studied this phenomenon extensively. They found that sleep paralysis is linked to disrupted sleep patterns. People who suffer from insomnia or sleep apnea are more likely to experience it. Stress and anxiety can also increase the chances. Brain imaging studies show that specific areas of the brain are active during sleep paralysis. The amygdala, which processes fear, is often hyperactive. This could explain why people feel a sense of terror. The motor cortex, which controls movement, remains inactive, causing the paralysis. Despite the scientific explanations, sleep paralysis still feels very real. The hallucinations are vivid and often terrifying. This makes it hard for people to accept that it's just in their heads. REM sleep plays a crucial role in sleep paralysis. During REM, the brain is highly active, almost like when we are awake. This is the stage where most dreaming occurs. To prevent us from acting out our dreams, the brain temporarily paralyzes the body. However, sometimes this system malfunctions. The brain wakes up, but the body remains paralyzed. This disconnection creates the sensation of being trapped in your own body. It's a frightening experience. Researchers have found that certain factors can disrupt REM sleep. Irregular sleep schedules, jet lag, and sleep disorders like narcolepsy can increase the risk. People who experience frequent nightmares are also more susceptible to sleep paralysis. Understanding REM sleep helps demystify sleep paralysis. It shows that this phenomenon is a natural part of our sleep cycle, yet it doesn't make the experience any less terrifying. From a neurological standpoint, sleep paralysis is linked to brain functions. The brain's motor cortex controls movement, while the limbic system processes emotions. During sleep paralysis, these systems become out of sync. This results in the feeling of paralysis and intense fear. Psychologists have also studied the impact of mental health on sleep paralysis. Anxiety and stress are common triggers. People with PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder are more likely to experience it. Depression and other mood disorders can also play a role. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, has been effective in treating sleep paralysis. CBT helps patients change their thought patterns and reduce anxiety. Relaxation techniques, such as deep breathing and meditation, can also help. While these treatments can reduce the frequency of sleep paralysis, they don't eliminate it completely. The brain is complex, and there is still much we don't understand. Personal accounts of sleep paralysis are often chilling. Many people describe feeling a heavy weight on their chest. They see shadowy figures or hear strange noises. These hallucinations are vivid and can feel very real. One common theme is the sense of an evil presence. People often describe seeing a dark figure at the foot of their bed. This figure may move closer, adding to the terror. Others report hearing whispers or feeling a cold breeze. Some people have recurring episodes. They wake up paralyzed several times a month. This constant fear can affect their mental health and quality of life. Support groups and online forums offer a space for people to share their experiences. These personal accounts highlight the emotional impact of sleep paralysis. While science can explain the mechanics, it can't fully capture the fear. Section 8. Sleep paralysis and the supernatural. The supernatural aspect of sleep paralysis cannot be ignored. Many people believe their experiences are more than just brain malfunctions. They report seeing ghosts, demons, or even extraterrestrial beings. In some cases, these encounters feel spiritual. People describe feeling a presence that they interpret as a guardian spirit. Others feel that they have been visited by deceased loved ones. These interpretations often align with their cultural or religious beliefs. Skeptics argue that these experiences are just hallucinations. However, the vividness and emotional intensity make it hard to dismiss them completely. Some researchers have suggested that sleep paralysis could offer a glimpse into altered states of consciousness. This overlap between science and the supernatural makes sleep paralysis a unique phenomenon. It challenges our understanding of reality and the limits of human perception. Section 9. Cross-cultural comparisons. Different cultures have different interpretations of sleep paralysis. In Western cultures, it's often seen as a medical condition. People are more likely to seek scientific explanations and treatments. In contrast, many non-Western cultures view it as a supernatural event. In Southeast Asia, sleep paralysis is known as fiam, and it is believed to be caused by spirits. People perform rituals to protect themselves. In Mexico, it is called Se me subió el muerto, meaning the dead climbed on me. This reflects the belief that the spirits of the dead are involved. In Islamic cultures, sleep paralysis is sometimes attributed to jinn, supernatural beings mentioned in the Quran. People recite prayers to ward off these entities. In African cultures, it is often linked to witchcraft. Community rituals are performed to break the spell. These cross-cultural comparisons show how universal the experience of sleep paralysis is, yet each culture interprets it through its own lens. This adds to the complexity and intrigue of the phenomenon. Section 10. Case studies, where science meets the supernatural. Several case studies highlight the overlap between science and the supernatural in sleep paralysis. One famous case is that of Dr. John Mack, a Harvard psychiatrist. He studied patients who claimed to have been abducted by aliens. Many of these experiences occurred during sleep paralysis. Mack suggested that these experiences could be a form of altered consciousness. Another case involves a woman named Alice. She reported seeing a shadowy figure every time she experienced sleep paralysis. Despite knowing the scientific explanation, she couldn't shake the feeling that it was a ghost. This dual belief highlights the tension between rationality and fear. A study conducted in Canada found that people who believe in the supernatural are more likely to have intense sleep paralysis experiences. These beliefs seem to shape the nature of the hallucinations. This suggests that cultural and personal beliefs play a significant role. These case studies show that the line between science and the supernatural is blurry. While scientific explanations exist, they don't fully account for the personal and emotional aspects of sleep paralysis. Section 11. The ongoing debate, science versus superstition. The debate between scientific and supernatural explanations of sleep paralysis continues. Scientists argue that it's a natural phenomenon linked to sleep cycles. They point to brain activity and psychological factors as evidence. Treatments like CBT and lifestyle changes can reduce episodes. However, many people remain convinced of a supernatural element. The vividness and emotional intensity of their experiences make it hard to accept a purely scientific explanation. Cultural and religious beliefs also play a strong role. This debate is not just academic. It affects how people seek treatment and cope with their experiences. Those who view sleep paralysis as a medical issue are more likely to seek professional help. Those who see it as supernatural may turn to rituals or spiritual practices. Ultimately, both perspectives offer valuable insights. Science helps us understand the mechanics, while culture and personal beliefs add depth to our understanding. Section 12. Conclusion, Bridging Science and the Supernatural. In conclusion, sleep paralysis is a complex phenomenon. It sits at the crossroads of science and the supernatural. Historical and cultural interpretations add layers of meaning. Modern science offers explanations involving brain activity and sleep cycles. Yet, the emotional and personal impact remains profound. This essay has explored various perspectives on sleep paralysis. From ancient myths to modern research, the phenomenon challenges our understanding. It shows that the line between the mundane and the supernatural is not always clear. Perhaps sleep paralysis is a reminder of the mysteries that still exist. It encourages us to keep exploring, questioning, and seeking answers. Whether through science or spirituality, the quest for understanding continues. By examining both rational explanations and legendary beliefs, we can appreciate the richness of human experience. Sleep paralysis is more than just a medical condition. It's a window into the complexities of the human mind and spirit.